Today I'm firing up the pit barrel cooker and we're going to make a chicken on it. But we're not going to hang the chicken this time, and we're not going to cut it in halves and hang it by the hooks. We're actually going to spatchcock the chicken and cook it on the grill inside the PBC. So what we're working with today in the chicken department is about a 5-pound bird here. It's just your basic store-bought bird. It was on sale. I think it was like 97 cents a pound. So nothing special, but we're gonna turn it into a great chicken out on that PBC. First thing we're gonna do is spatchcock this. If you've never done that before, basically what it means is removing the spine and flattening the bird out. Really helps it with an even cooking experience out there. So we're gonna turn this guy over. We're going to take some good kitchen scissors and we're going to go up one side of the spine. And we're going to go up the other side of the spine. There we go. There's the backbone, the spine. You can save this, put it in the refrigerator, the freezer, use it for stock. It's perfect for that. Now we're simply going to turn our bird back over. And what you're looking for is the center part of the breastbone here, the sternum. You're just going to push this down until you hear a crack. It's like that. That helps the bird flatten out, lay nice on the grill. So the seasoning we're going to be using today is really going to be applied in 2 stages. The first is a rub we're going to be using, and this is the SPG rub from Smiling Swine Barbecue. It's got a real nice mixture of salt, pepper, garlic powder. And then later, when the chicken's closer to being done out in the PBC, we're going to glaze the outside with a spicy apple barbecue sauce from Steven Reichland's Project Smoke. Really nice tasting sauce, has a little bit of a spice bite to it. Really good, it's gonna go great with this chicken. So let's go ahead, we're gonna give both sides of this a good dusting of seasoning here. Don't forget the legs. All right, this is ready. Let's go get our PBC fired up and get this bird cooking. Get our bird on here. I'm going to go ahead and get my internal temperature probe here into this chicken breast. Get our hanging rods in. These are part of the venting system. If you don't have these in, your fire will burn hotter. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our lid on the PBC and get cooking. So I'm burning some cherry wood in the PBC today for some smoke for this chicken. Now we're going to let this chicken go to 165 internal, that's a safe temperature for chicken. But at about 140, that's when we're going to glaze it with that barbecue sauce. And the great thing about the PBC is you don't have to do anything until then, so I'll see you back here when we're at about 140 degrees. All right, we're at about 140 internal. Let's check this bird and give it some sauce. All right, we're going to remove the hanging rods temporarily so we have better access to this bird. Also want to temporarily remove my temperature probe while we sauce this. Going to give this nice little glaze of this spicy apple barbecue sauce. By letting that skin dry out a little bit first, crisp up a little bit, it's going to be a better texture. It's going to be a great glaze on here on top of that seasoning we already have. Get my temperature probe back in. Going to get our hanging rods back in. All right, we're going to get our lid back on and let this finish to 165 internal. All right, we are at 165 internal. Let's check this chicken. Ah, nice color from that sauce. I want to go ahead and do a spot temperature check with an instant read. And today I'm actually using a thermopop, which is sort of a alternative to the Thermapen. It's It's made by ThermoWorks, but it's a little less expensive. Let's just check down on these thighs here. Yeah, our thighs are showing 180, so that's perfect. I'll just do one little check on the breast over here. That's showing 163, which is close enough. It's going to rest for about 15 minutes. So our bird is looking good. Time to get it off here, get it inside, and have a taste. All right, here is our spatchcocked chicken that is fresh off the PBC. It's been resting for 10-15 minutes. Really beautiful color on it, and that really does come from that spicy apple barbecue sauce. Really, really good looking bird here. And it's crazy tender. These legs are ready to fall off. In fact, the first thing I'm gonna do is just separate one of these legs here. You can see it just comes right off. Let's do that to our other leg over here. Looking good. We'll set those guys aside, and let's cut into some of this breast meat. Ooh, hot and nice and juicy. Don't always get a juice-a-lanch with chicken, but we have a juice-a-lanch with this chicken. Nice and juicy there. The PBC does a really good job with chicken and helping it stay moist because the temperature is really stable. It's in that 275 to 300 degree range. It's not too hot, it's not too low. You get the ability to get skin crispy if you want. Now this isn't 100% crispy skin. It wasn't going for that, but it is not rubbery. You saw that as I cut it, it came off with the piece of chicken here. I've said in almost every video with chicken, it's the thigh meat that is what I prefer, so let's go ahead and cut some of that too. Let's just take this guy right here. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. That is good looking thigh meat. Nice and juicy. All right, I've cut enough off this chicken. It's time to taste. So I'm gonna go with some of the breast meat first. I'll save the thigh meat because that is my favorite. Let's just see. That sweetness from that spicy apple barbecue sauce is really nice on the outside. It's not too spicy. You're not gonna like have a ton of heat from that for people who wouldn't like that. You're gonna have just sort of that mellow little bit of a hint of heat, and the sweetness is really the thing I like with that apple, and you don't find that a lot in barbecue sauces, that sort of apple undertone, and it's really nice here. That base layer of SPG rub from Smiling Swine Barbecue, great flavor throughout this chicken. If you give it a good coating of that rub on the skin and underneath on the bottom side of the chicken when you're doing a spatchcock chicken, it helps flavor the skin, it helps dry the skin out, draw some of the moisture out, and it just leaves you with a really tasty bird. Now it's time for my favorite, a big old hunk of thigh meat with that skin. Oh, this is gonna be good. A lot of inherent great flavor in that thigh meat because of the fat content in that dark meat. And with that, you add the SPG rub and a great sauce on top. You are just multiplying the flavor potential of that thigh meat. I've said it before, nothing against the rest of the chicken, but if somehow they could figure out how to make chickens with 4 legs and 4 thighs, I'd be all over that bird. So if you've never spatchcocked a chicken, I know it sounds weird, but no, it's a good way to cook a chicken. You could do that on a gas grill, the charcoal grill, a smoker, the pit barrel cooker like I did today. It's just a really good way to give a whole chicken an even cook all the way through and all the way around. That is a really good bird.